Chapter 11, Robber Barons and Rebels.
This chapter talks heavily of the activities of robber barons and how they had actually a large role in forming our country how it is today. Robber barons are people who become successful by doing illegal things or things just in an unethical way. And how they found their spot during this time period was because during this time period it was one of the greatest marches of economic growth in human history, as it says in the book. A lot of different things were going on, such as steam and electricity becoming main forms of power, and railroad companies at the time were trying to connect the east and west coast. So railroad companies started joining together, but it also caused lots of problems because they started underpaying workers and making them work longer hours. As we know that a lot of new things were coming about and changes were happening within the country, and what this brings about is the need for money and gold. Now this is where the role of a robber baron would come in, because oftentimes they would run operations to get things that the government needed, and then they would sell them to the government for lots of money. People like J.P. Morgan was one of the more famous robber barons. He was really known for selling Union lots and lots of guns, even though most of them were defective. It was found that during the time, a lot of the rich people in the country, which was a short amount, kind of adhered to the robber baron's theme of exploiting their resources and assets for money, which the government didn't mind at all because they were getting what they wanted, the robber barons getting what they wanted, and made them both happy. But it definitely didn't make the people happy. The U.S. had always claimed to support the rights of a common man, but in reality they really only supported the rich and people that could support the government directly. And labor unions often tried to organize lots of strikes to make their point and make a stand for themselves, but in the end, it usually didn't end up working out too well. Overall, in this chapter, we can see that overall it just wasn't a good time for the people, and you can really see the theme of government and rich exploiting the poor to do labor work and just get all the dirty work done while they sit back and enjoy their great lives. It's clear at this point that we can really see how our government was just corrupt, and we can see how they weren't able to handle everything that was going on at the time due to westward expansion, new things coming about, electricity, steam. Chapters 10 and 11 really pointed out for me how awful life was for the average person back in this time period, and it just continues to confuse me how this is how our country was built, and I didn't even know it.